one of my favorite things to do is fractions in this calculator. So let's take this 12 divided by 13 plus 7 divided by 26. This is part of a review. So let's take 12. Make sure you realize that a division sign is the same as a fraction, divided by 13. We're going to add the plus, and then we're just going to do 7 divided by 26. We're going to hit enter. And we get this weird fraction. Now, if we want a improper fraction, we're just going to hit this little math button here. It's really cool. And you'll see the FRAC. That means it's going to turn it into a fraction. I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to hit it twice. Okay, so 2 times. And it does give me 31 over 26. If I wanted to do I'm going to go ahead and do the entire thing again. Actually, clear that. What I can do is say, for instance, I wanted to subtract it, or I wanted to turn this into a regular number. Okay, so like an improper fraction. And what I would do is I'd hop on up there. So you notice I just used the scroll button to get up there. Okay, so I'm up there. I highlighted what I want. I'm going to hit enter, so I don't have to re-enter the whole thing. Clicking this right here will stop it because this is a terminal angle or terminal fraction, so it won't work. So I do want to start with the actual equation. I'm going to plug it back in, and I do have this right there. And in order for me to get an improper fraction, I do need to, a mixed number, I do need to subtract out any of the whole numbers. So I'm just going to subtract out 1. And I end up with the actual fraction that I want. And then I'm going to hit math. And I'm going to hit enter again twice, and I get 5/26. So that means I have 1 and 5/26. And that makes sense because if I looked at 31 over 26 and I counted, I would get 5, right? So that's 1 and 5/26. So there's my answer. Those are the 2 different ways you can actually use your fraction button. It is great for adding and subtracting fractions and getting it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually do this one down here, this 9 divided by 10 minus 4 divided by 15. So let's do that one too. 9 divided by 10 minus 4 divided by 15. Now if I did them separately, that's fine too, but it's easier to put them all together. This way I can kind of check my work and make sure that I put everything in that I want. And I notice there is no whole number, so I don't have to worry about mixed numbers. I'm going to go ahead and hit that math button again. You'll notice the very first button is the fraction. I am going to hit it twice, and I notice that I get 19 out of 30, so 19 over 30. So my answer for this one would be 19 over 30. Not too bad. Now, you may want to talk about these multiplication, and we're going to talk about those. And we're also going to talk about these here. So I'm going to go through, let's first do this one here. This is a mixed number. So a lot of times you've had to turn them into improper fractions. You do not have to do that with a calculator. But you do need to realize that this is 2 plus 1/3 plus 5 plus 4/5, okay? So we want to do 2 plus 1 divided by 3 plus 5 plus 4 divided by 5. So realizing that a mixed number is just that whole number plus the fraction is huge. So we're going to go ahead and plug that in. And we notice we get an 8.133. Again, since I want to keep it in the same form, I am going to subtract out the 8. So this way I only have this fraction. I'm going to hit the math button. I'm going to hit the fraction twice again. And I end up with 2/15. So it's 8 and 2/15 is my answer. Isn't that cool? So it's really easy to do. So I really encourage you to kind of go through some of these and make sure you're getting them. You'll notice there's a lot of decimals down here too, and we'll go over those next time.